Okay, let's fight the boss. I'm trying to get achievement here. I don't remember I got it previously or not. Where am I? Oh, is there any ability? Oh, I'll just do it ignite it.
I will triumph.
I've suffered worse.
Out of my way!
Brace yourself,
To the weak!
Abelard.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer. But of course, will do. Was that what an unfortunate turn of fate?
Momentum.
It will be done. Ugh, my ears are ringing. Careful now.
I serve the ruinous powers!
I need no guidance. I reject the very idea.
My soul shall become like fire.
Chaos guides me!
Reduced to dust.
More blood. More suffering.
Will do. Cover me! No can do.
My place is at the fore. I will do my duty.
Ruin beckons. Purpose guides me. I will triumph.
Not the Scryer's job. That is not my destiny.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. Indeed. Forth on Valencius! I will do my duty. Just a minor setback.
Stop mocking me.
Ravage and conquer. One step closer. This is beneath me.
I've never felt pain like this. On it.
It will be done. Victory is imminent.
Pathetic. The ruin beckons. One less burden to bear. I need no guidance. Purpose guides me.
Brace yourself, Avalanche. The healing is much appreciated. At your beck and call.
One step closer. I will triumph.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Stop played this before and seen on higher difficulties, and the fight seems easier than, to be fair. Okay, what are we taking?
Powers unseen uncover my path.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
For the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
We need to re-establish contact with Navigator Sanctum. It is our only chance of escaping from the warp. The words seem to knock the officers out of this stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelot carves the crying officers without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
You direct your attention upwards to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. How did you people survive in here?
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report and... blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something to be explained to the tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
I'm ready. Begin the ritual. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, and the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, pours into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and his voice booms with all the horrors of the war.
Did you stand in the path of another's destiny only to steal it? You accepted the call of the primordial truth and claimed that fate as your own. So be it. I wove the threads of destiny and held out my hand to you when the flame arose in your path. You took it, and in doing so, sealed your fate. In the future, you will repay me for this boon in full.
It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later you realize that all these voices are in the myriad manifestations of the same call that's finally invaded your mind. Are you the one behind all this is happening here? The one who addresses me and guided me out of the flames?
Indeed, for the boundless truth encompasses all. Merely one part of it reached out to you. And answer you did. You could become the new champion.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you, On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim... have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. At the cost of many sacrifices made by the Lord Captain in the name of his own ambitions.
Deep shadows of awareness can be seen on Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. You cannot help but notice that Seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing you smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will be the first briefing. We sustained massive losses amongst the senior and middle rank officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leadership's crew. How did we come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is surprising given that the informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. Abelard grimaces. What is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affair to attend such routine briefings, but this is a new situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting these birds to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you're personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, Your Lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Have you succeeded in tracking Vogvir? Abelard grits his teeth. No, Lord Captain. In the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and the mutineers who may still be sulking in the ship. Many corridors, but frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shot short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for that he wrote. I'm ready to start briefing. Summon the officers. With gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and weariness. Attention officers, you've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Neroth von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you will introduce those present, Abelard. As you wish, Your Lordship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Victis Suriota of the Tomlin line, our new Voxmaster. Communication officer. It is an honor to serve Your Lordship, the Voxmaster offers her deep bow. Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Raver, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into the asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles around his eyes, and a dour expression that seems handwritten into his face gives a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain! This here ship as good as home to me, so rest assured she is in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our High Factotum Janice Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. It's an honor, Your Lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standards. In the second row we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital function. The Masters of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard, the Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires in the ship, and lastly the Drive Master, servant of the Omnisciach. The three officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the Tech Priest machedentries. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Vage, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of communication with distant star system. Master Vage has been in trance for some time now, attempting to contact other Pleiadians in von Valencia's protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora passing and Kunrad's Vogt via treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath progress as soon as possible to do so. It is equally regrettable that two more individuals worthy of mention could not join us in the briefing, the Master at Arms and Confessor Adalbert. The eminent Adalbert must see to the funeral services being held for the fallen officers, of whom there are too many for him to take leave from the chapel. And Mistress Saubrack, who has replaced her late predecessor of Master at Arms, is currently leading the search for any surviving agent of Vogtvir. All others present are adjutants, secretaries and deputies. They are here to make our record of proceedings. I wish to hear the Infernus Master report. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall man bows his head in deference. I can report that all the fires across all decks have now begun extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passes to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next three deputies expired in the line of duty, Abelard remarks in a low voice pitch for your ears only. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. High Factotum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to complete the full account of the losses. The task requires next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damages components are given into the Tech Priest's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish, single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykard Minus. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rock Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin the recruitment on the planet without first coming to understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiation at this level are a matter for the Rock Trader. Especially true given Calico's Winterscale penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on this planet, grumbles Abelard, frowning. Drive Master, I'll hear from you now. A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the Tech Priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, the forces that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thanks to the Omnisha, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of shunning its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engineer Prime, overseer the spiritual authority of tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades abroad whose experience and compression of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. Summon the K to translate the esteemed Drive Master words. The ship's most senior tech priest, most senior both in rank and in experience, is dead. If we do not find a replacement, we will be unable to resolve the problems with the warp engine. Answers the Vox Master instantly, without even thinking. This is not the first time she has acted as an interpreter between the ship's various inhabitants. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship sounds more or less, but without our engineer Prime and navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to step so much as the toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first, but first our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived at this system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted account of the all available communication channels in the region. One of them was Navis Nobilite Station. The station maintains complex voice silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the daemon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave the new thread of elusive possibilities and flicker chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. If I were you, I'd grab the chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go around and around this system till our heads are swimming as long as the Prometheum and supplies last. And if any luck, and if any thick-ass Glock shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them down, so don't you worry on that score. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job is simple, maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just a question, and just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, no, Lord Captain. Our Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. The Master of Ordnance chokes back the words he was absolutely about to blur out without thinking. He casts another look at you before turning away. I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool. The ship is in ruins. Every other officer is dead, and the Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken hold of me. He looks up to you. I've heard of you, oh yes. Your fame has reached even as far as the expanse. I can't be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself. He adjusts his uniform and stands rammed straight. The Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been serviced and battery is good order. We are ready to fight if that is the Lord Captain's will. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engine prime and navigator. Is this preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trails. The ship's system must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in this section. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these 3 immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system we currently find ourselves? I see to the Vox Master on this point, Master Tolliman. We are in the Rykard star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your Lordship predecessor. There are 3 inhabitant bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox message have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilate station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distant signal from the prison planetoids in the system, and Rykard Miners itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without the navigator, a tech priest and new crew members we won't be able to traverse anywhere. Therefore we must go onto the planet on the Navis Nobile station and find out what is in the void is going on. Thank you all for your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Your Lordship, there is one thing, a confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora Abelat Heritage, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret communication. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coroner's expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. You are referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Yes, quite right. XC Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Hendrix von Kalox. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, that we must find him and offer him whatever resistance he acquired and then deliver him to Footfall in a full Buenos system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but the Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Nevis Nobila or the government of Rykard Miners, may know something. This is all of it, Your Lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you. But it is a mere taste of the daily burden of the rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valensis Protectorate. Abelard gave you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long will you hold out under this mountains of problems. His face softened slightly, and since he's about to offer some words of encouragement. Idira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle grimly nods towards Idira. The Psyche is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insists on seeing the rogue trader. I judge that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but I can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Drula glazes eyes over rove over those assembled. One word bursts from her lips. Daybreak. Idira, come to your senses. Damn it, Idira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak, or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But it's daybreak, then why it's too dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Talas? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make the sense out of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report. Alright? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and you can talk. We can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. Psyche bit her lips, stretching to a weary smile. If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare this meeting concluded. It's time to get to work. The High Factotum breaks away from the rest and approaches you, bowing repeatedly. Lord Cat, if you may steal just one for your moment time. The matter is rather delicate. It is concerning trophies that were left after the battles of the ship. One trophy in particular, I should say. I retrieved the blade fragment from one of the bodies on the bridge. A curious article. I swear the need to keep it safe in case it should be of interest to you. As he says this, the factotum gaze slides away from you and looks off somewhere over your shoulder. You have right to do so. Give it to me. Of course, please. The factotum take his time, but after a few moments he withdraws a small jagged shard that gleams with a pearlescent lustre. The moment you touch the blade, you hear a satisfied whisper in your head. Now you know you have taken the first step, but only the first. A long road stretches out before you, one studded with brilliant pearlescent stars.